Hey, everybody, going live again, grabbing coaches as they come past. Got Coach Kocer. He's been around the sport a long time for South Dakota. I'm here just enjoying my time. You know, we got about an hour 15 before we start wrestling. Coach Kocer, now how long have you been around the sport here in South Dakota? And tell me where you've been.
Well, I first started teaching in Wagner, South Dakota. I taught there 6 years as assistant coach. That was 1974-75. 6 years in Wagner, and then I went back 1980 back to hometown in Scotland, and that's where I was head for about 22 years. And I when I wasn't out, I was assistant, and then the last 8 years we've co-opted with Bottom, and it's been a great thing for our kids.
Well, I tell you what. So, how many tournaments have you been to? State tournaments? Have you counted them?
Since about 75.
75. Yeah. Wow. It's 25 plus another 11.
About 21.
A lot of years.
That's too many for my head.
25 plus 21. That's only 45, 46 state tournaments. Tell me this now. In the years, how has wrestling changed? What is the biggest thing between now and then?
Back when I was in high school, when we first started in 74, I mean, you didn't have the movement like you do today. I mean, there were the scrambles. I mean, you got to take down and try to ride the guy. We had riding time when I was in high school. And,
sure.
And it's the speed, the pace is so much quicker than it was back then.
Okay, that is one of the ones I've noticed too, and it's a little bit different style, more control back then.
Very much so. You got to take down. You try to ride them out. You get a reversal or an escape, and you had those 4-2, 5-1 scores, and that was about it.
Okay. How about this? Now, as being one of the veterans around the sport, now who do you look forward to when you come to the state tournament? Who do you try to catch and to talk to usually at these tournaments? Throw out some names.
You're talking about teams,
or even some of the coaches. Like I always like kind of being in the background. I used to catch Rummel, but it was never PG rated when I was listening to him. So I've always been afraid to get him on here, Or I'd listen to Phillips head coach Donnelly, and just try to listen to as a coach or as a person, just listen to the philosophies and what's happening.
There's so many guys that are respected, that have been around. John Hansen from Gregory.
Great one.
John Gilman from Clarkson, who is, helping out.
Mr. Gilman, yes, definitely.
Matt Donnelly, I tell you what a great guy. I just like to watch him in the chair when he's coaching his kids because, very quiet. He's
calm,
taught the kids.
Cool, collected, right. Yes.
He taught the kids in practice, so he knows what they have to do. A guy that when we first started co-oping, Mark Stabner from Bonham, he had been around for many years, and now he's officiating, so he's still helping out the sport immensely. He was a great coach. I felt very fortunate. I was with him for a couple of years.
Well, I tell you what, there's nothing like it. The sport itself. How about this? If you could get back on the mat, when's the last time you put shoes on?
The coach is going to laugh. I have a hard time when I sit down on the mat just getting up. So no, I don't want to embarrass myself. It's been way too long.
Well, here's what's interesting. Do you ever – now this is kind of an interesting question. I'm not that old, but I dream that I'm wrestling still. Okay. And I always in the back of my mind going, am I in good enough shape? As I haven't wrestled really for years, but okay, I've got a tough match coming. Oh, did I even make weight? I tell myself in this dreams. I don't know if anybody else has those, but you've been a lifelong wrestling person, and another thing I've always said, what does this sport really mean to you? What has it brought to you?
I remember freshman in high school in Scotland, and I was a tuba player. I was about 105 pounds, but I was a tuba, and the other tuba players said, "Hey, how much do you weigh?" And I said, "Well, about 105." I said, "Well, we need somebody down there." So that's how I got started. And Tom Studelska is another. He started the program in Scotland.
What was the name? Tom
Studelska.
Okay.
He started the program in Scotland. From there, he went on to Wagner and had several state championships there. And another great.
Wayne Shear.
Awesome.
Yep, great he wrestled for my dad.
Oh, really?
In Napoleon.
That's right. Yep, North Dakota boy.
Yep. Yes. And so the names are awesome.
I tell you what, these kids go through so much, and all the hours of practice they put in, and they've got 6 minutes on the mat. The dedication, So hard work to survive, to exceed, for success. I don't know if there's another sport that really does that.
I tell you what, it is the hardest sport. It's the best sport for sure. But no, I appreciate the small interview we did. Like I said, I hold you for 5 minutes, and I kept my promise.
Oh, thank you. It's been,
we'll talk again.
I'm pretty humbled to be sitting here. I'll tell you that. But
well, it's awesome to get you on.
Yeah.
I want the more of the history of South Dakota wrestling needs to get out there.
I want to shout out. Can I shout out?
Yes,
to
definitely.
I tell you what, Coach Chris, state champion. Coach Satara, Shane Satara, 2-time state champion. Alex Saba, state champion. Don Pecos, a great. He's placed high in the state. I mean, what a crew to work with. I just love to watch those guys.
Well, I tell you what, you guys have always brought it. That region's one of the toughest in South Dakota every year, and so just to become a state champion or even get out of that region's phenomenal sometimes. Nope, enjoy that part of South Dakota. Get down there. I have a hard time leaving. If I could convince my wife, that's where I'd live right down that area.
Awesome.
I love it.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, our region, first day, we were 43-13 in our region.
Wow.
Here. And out of those 13 losses, 5 of those came to guys that were in the same region. So we had a good start.
That is a great day. Definitely. Okay, you guys, I'll catch you with a couple more coaches in a bit. Thanks again for watching.